Alright, hey everybody, and welcome to the Q2 Theory. This is JC. Excuse me. As you can see, I am in a slightly different locale than usual, and that's because I'm in a hotel, acting a little differently than usual, and that is I've got a letter that we're going to read. The writer has asked to be anonymous, so she will be anonymous. And I'm just going to read this for you. And basically, it says how to stop being so insecure about everything. So that's the premise of the letter. It says, any ideas at all? I just feel so sucky about everything I do. I hate my height, weight, face, body, and my appearance in general. I'm not attractive at all. I don't have good skin eyebrows. My grades are bad. I don't have any talents at all. I love drawing, but that's the most useless way to waste your time. Well, I have to disagree with you there because I am a big fan of drawing. I myself am a drawer. I myself am a drawer. So I think it's a great way to spend your time. But it says, I have maybe three friends. I feel like two of them don't even like me and I'm so insecure about all I do. When someone sits next to me on a bus or something, I just feel sorry for them because they need to sit next to me. I just complain about everything like I'm doing now. I have a horrendous laugh and an ugly smile. I'm so worried about small meaningless things and my friends have noticed that. I'm just so anxious about everything, the way I walk, sit, my hands, everything. I want to have a boyfriend, but I feel like no one would ever love me because I'm ugly and annoying. Jesus, I'm worried I have a. Oh, okay, she gets into like very specific physical, private matters in that sentence. But and then the final sentence, she says, I just want to be happy, but I can't. Help me. All right. Well, that is a pretty intense letter to the point that hopefully this shouldn't be too long. But there are a few things you can do just to help and start building that confidence, and so that you don't have to be insecure, as your letter says. So one of the first things I encourage you to do is you've got to start speaking positively. That letter had a lot of negative things in there about yourself. It was to the point where like. I was wondering if I was going to read it out loud or if I was just going to put it on screen so that the viewers can see it and read it themselves. Simply because I'm so not used to speaking negatively about myself that I wasn't even sure if I wanted to read this out loud because it's written in first person and it's got that much negativity in it. So I always strive. When you go to sleep, look at yourself in the mirror and speak positive things towards yourself. I'm smart. I have a good future. I'm destined for good things. Say good things about yourself. You might not believe it, but that's not important. And the reason it's important, I was waiting for my camera to load, but the reason it's important to say it is simply because your mouth will determine your life. In your words, you say things. When you speak them, and when you declare it, you're hearing it, right? And when you hear things, you hear it more and more, it gets into your mind and it gets into your heart. And when it gets into your heart, your actions will follow. And so by speaking positively, you'll begin to see positive things because it will begin to change your mind and your heart, your attitude towards yourself by speaking positively. You see, out of the heart, out of what's in our heart, see that flash symbol? Yeah. But out of what's in our heart will determine what comes out of our mouth. And that, of course, determines our actions. But you can hit the reset button by choosing to say positive things. That's what I encourage you to do. Say positive things. Now, you mentioned about not being attractive. Well, here's a quick tip that works no matter who you are. It's a hack. I don't know if you've ever played a video game, but you can upgrade yourself in video games, right? And so you can have a quick fix in the video game. Well, here's one that works in real life no matter what your age, race, ethnicity, gender, where you come from, your culture, family history, anything. This tip can upgrade your attractiveness, just like in like a video game, how you upgrade. And that is simply one word: health. Health. Healthy upgrades your attractiveness no matter who you are, where you come from, what your gender is, how tall, how short. Being healthy helps. So get into working, get into eating right. I encourage you to do both of those, and really go for it. Go for being healthy. And if you can't go to a gym, then I encourage you to do some things that you can do at home. I know Malia has a video will be coming out soon on the channel about yoga, with that she did for her 30-day challenge, and that includes yoga. So if you know, or if you can't do yoga just yet, find different things, different workouts and stuff that you can do while you're at your house, that you on the way to health, because that will help to make you more attractive. And it also boosts your confidence. You see, it works two ways, right? When you see somebody who is very physically fit and healthy, you notice that, and you notice two things. First, you notice the physical part, right? Because you're seeing it, right? But next, mentally, on even if it's on a subconscious level, you realize how much work it took and how much care it took for that person to put into their body for them to get to that point. So you realize, wow, this person really takes good care of them. Well, so that's the next thing you want to do. And so you also mentioned, I encourage you to do is make sure that you have friends who are speaking positive things, right? You're going to speak positive things about yourself, and they should be doing it also. If your friends are speaking negatively, you need to talk to them about it, address it to them, say, hey guys, please let's I'm working on something with myself right now. I'd really appreciate it if you guys have no more jokes, no more of the insults, right? And if they stop, then good, you got good foot. If they continue insulting you, you're going to need to cut them off and make new friends, because you can't have that negativity constantly feeding into you, right? Some people from family, but when it comes to friends, you need to, if they don't want to change, that is, you need to cut them off. And you, as you continue to become a confident person, you continue to do right by yourself and speak right by yourself and become nice both to yourself and nice in general, you'll start attracting confident and nice people towards you and around you, and they'll become your friends, and then you'll have even better friends than before, right? So that's concerning your friends. I encourage you to definitely do that. And then you say you have a horrendous laugh and an ugly smile. Well, let me tell you something. When it comes to a laugh, I know plenty of people who have these ridiculous, ridiculous laughs. I'm thinking of one guy in particular. But when he laughs, it's so funny that all of us start laughing. Everybody in the room starts laughing because his laugh is contagious, right? So even though it sounds silly, it sounds hilarious. One girl said the other day, it sounds like a seal. but it's just a crazy laugh. Everybody loves it simply because it is crazy. It's like, crazy laughs, there's nothing to be ashamed of. That's like textbook movie stuff, right? That one character, or we all have that one friend who just has that funny or hilarious. Don't worry about that. When it comes to the small, all these things, don't beat yourself up so much about little things. Learn to relax, okay? And not being as hard on you in their minds as you are on you. There's a little phrase that says, when you're young, when you're a teenager, you care what everybody thinks about you, right? And then you get excuse me. But when you're a teenager and you're a young adult, you care what everybody thinks about you. Then you get to be like, learn to relax. Don't beat yourself up so much about your appearance and your confidence, right? People actually, their opinions of you get can be positively impacted by the way that, so by saying the positive things, like I said earlier, you'll actually start to have a positive impact on people's outlook of you. Okay, so you want, so you want to relax. Don't overthink everything you do. Don't be so worried about how this is coming across, how that coming across. Relax. Okay, I've got a crazy laugh. So what? When something's funny, I'm gonna laugh confidently with pride, with my crazy laugh, right? And your friends will learn to love you for the sincerity that you have concerning yourself, right? They'll love you, and it won't be a big deal. Whatsoever. So don't beat yourself up over the way you sit or your laugh or anything. Now, if you want to work on your posture so that when you uh, it says so when the way you walk and sit and your handwriting, so things like that, work on it. Just like writing and stuff like that. You want to just work on that. um but definitely focus on the positive and relax, and don't beat yourself up over little things, okay? And so also the next one of the things mentioned on here, it says my grades are bad. So when it comes to grades, those are things of course that you can work on. Look at our creative mindset video. It's done with me and Malia. It's a two-part series. We talk how to change your mindset to have one that produces good results, and that includes good grades. Carol Dweck, we mentioned her in the video. She's a PhD. She made a full test. You can see what your mindset is. The link is inside of the creative mindset video, so go and watch those, and then afterwards click the link and take the test. But basically, somebody who doesn't have a creative mindset, they look and say, for example, I'm good in math. But somebody who does have a creative mindset, they look and say, all I have to do is learn this and then I'll be good at it, right? Because there is no such thing as I'm just not good at math. There is not math DNA that makes us either good or not good at math. No, we simply learn. And we have that creative mindset, and you'll be able to get good at math or writing or reading or whatever else. All it takes is practice, time, and the right mindset. So yeah, you can go over to those videos to learn about that mindset, and it's called the Creative Mindset. Just search it inside of, because I can't put it in the link because I'm using my phone right now. But definitely watch those videos. So yeah, that's what I encourage you to do. Those are, and I'm just browsing over it again to see if there's anything else to say. Yeah, and one thing I encourage, focus on bettering yourself, and then you'll attract that partner to you. Don't worry about it; it will come. Because one thing that's really attractive, guys, and just people in general, it's somebody who loves themselves, has a great personality, that attract friends, and it will also attract the right person to you as far as a relationship is concerned, right? So yeah, that's my advice to you. Thank you for sending in that letter. If anybody else has a letter, you can send it in to me at importantq2@gmail.com. Oh, and anonymous, you mentioned that you can draw. Well, I actually have an Instagram account. It is called the Digital Arts Po. Again, that's at the Digital Po. And just like it sounds, the Digital Arts Po, ARTSPO, right? And so send me your art. Email it to me at importantq2